Hey, Booktube, Sean here. It's been a few weeks since my last video, which was more of a haul than anything. And in that video, I talked about how I hadn't had much time to read, but I don't even remember what I said in that video, honestly. But the play that I was directing, which was largely keeping me away from reading because I couldn't, my brain just couldn't focus on it, closed this past Sunday, and it's now Tuesday as I'm filming this, and I can already feel my reading mojo. I posted this on Twitter today that I can already feel my reading mojo coming back. I watched a bunch of Booktube today. I haven't been really watching much Booktube. Mostly, I think, because since my brain couldn't focus on reading, I didn't even want to watch stuff about books. But I watched a bunch of Booktube today. I was already kind of getting excited about reading a little bit yesterday, and I watched a bunch of Booktube today, catching up on some videos, and started getting more excited. I started a buddy read with Stephanie, if that's what she read, and so it's coming back. So now that my major time killer and brain killer is done. I'm still involved in a show. I'm producing a play my wife's directing, but that is far less involved than directing a show. So I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys. I haven't finished any books. I'm hoping maybe I can finish something this week, so at least I have a book finish in March, so it'll take my total for the year up to a whopping 2. But just to let you guys know kind of what I'm starting to read, what I'm looking at, and I went to the library today, and I figured I'd do a bit of a library haul, and I also got a book in from a publisher that I wanted to share with you too. So first, let's do the book from that I got in from the publisher. This just showed up in my mailbox. I opened my mailbox and there was a package from Penguin Random House in there, and it is the 4th book in the DC Icons series. This is a YA series. They're standalone novels, but they all fall in this DC Icons series that bigger name YA authors are writing stories about some of the DC superheroes in their youth. Sarah J. Maas has written one. I think hers is a Catwoman one. I could be wrong, but Lee Bardugo has written one, and I'm blanking now. Sarah J. Maas, Lee Bardugo, and Marie Lu has written one. So far, there's been Wonder Woman, Batman, Catwoman, and now Superman, and they all deal with them so this is actually a Clark Kent story, and the Batman one is a Bruce Wayne story, and the Wonder Woman one is a Diana story, and the Catwoman is a Selena Kyle. I will read you the sleeve. His power is beyond imagining. Clark Kent has always been faster, stronger, better than anyone around him. But he wasn't raised to show off, and drawing attention to himself could be dangerous. Plus, it's not like he's earned his powers. Yet. But power comes with a price. Lately, it's becoming more difficult to hold back and keep his heroics in the shadows. When Clark follows the sound of a girl crying, he comes across Gloria Alvarez and learns that a dark secret lurks in Smallville. Turns out Clark's not the only one hiding something. Teaming up with his best friend Lana Lang, he throws himself into the pursuit of the truth. What evil lies below the surface of his small town? And what will it cost Clark to face the truth about his past as he steps into the light to become the future Man of Steel? And it says, before he can save the world, he must save Smallville. So if you're fans of the show Smallville, it sounds like this could be a really good book for you to read. It's not a Smallville tie-in book, obviously, but obviously just reading that just brought Smallville to my mind. So thank you, Penguin Random House, for sending me this. You guys know I'm not a huge YA reader, and I'm actually not a big fan fiction is the wrong word. but fandom fiction reader. But I have been curious about these DC Icons books. So again, thank you, Penguin Random House, for sending me this. And the actually right now, the other 3 books are $1.99 on Kindle. So I went ahead and picked up the other 3 on Kindle. Like I said, they're standalone, so you don't have to read them in any order. So now let's talk about what I'm reading. What I'm feeling right now as I'm getting my mojo back. I started a buddy read with Stephanie. That's what she read, and that is the new Jonathan Jan's book, The Dark Game. This comes out in April. The book itself doesn't have a release date on it, so let me see if I can pull one up for you. April 11th is the release date on this. So Stephanie and I are trying to get it read before it comes out, before the release. I was sent this by Flame Tree Press, and you guys know how much I love Jonathan Jan's. And this is about 10 writers who go to a supposed writing retreat / contest. One of them was going to win a contract, a writing contract, and the retreat and contest is hosted by this big name writer, and they come to find out that they are kind of part of a twisted game of his. So I'm about 50 pages or so into this, and I'm enjoying it so far. With Jonathan Jan's, you always get a nice bit of character work to start off with. So the first part is kind of introducing you to the characters, but he still throws elements in so that you don't forget that he's writing a horror novel. He doesn't want you to think that he forgot that he was writing a horror novel. So, but I'm excited to get further into this. I started this morning. I started My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. And that's just a book you might have heard a lot. It's been making the rounds. It's on the long list for the Women's Prize this year. And it is about a woman who comes to realize that her sister, who she knows has killed a few people in self-defense, claiming self-defense, and she has helped her. This is like first 15 pages stuff. She has helped her clean up and dispose of the bodies so that her sister doesn't get in trouble. But she comes to realize that maybe it isn't as self-defense as her sister is claiming, and her sister might just be a serial killer. I'm only like 15-20 pages in, but I'm already really digging it. And it's a quick read too, so I'm hoping maybe I can finish at least that, if not that and this week. That might be asking a lot of me, but I'm pretty sure I can at least finish My Sister the Serial Killer this week, because that reads so quick. And I've also kind of really want to get. I read the first couple chapters of this like in October or November. I think it's November when I got this. But then I fell off of reading. But I really would like to get back to A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dabos, translated by Hildegard Cyril. And because book 2 is coming out really shortly, and I've pre-ordered book 2. This is the Mirror Visitor series. It's a young adult or it's a middle grade series, I believe, from Europa Editions. And I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I really have been feeling getting back to this. So, and since I'm talking a mile a minute, I think I can get through this stack of library books. A lot of these I don't know a ton about. I kind of checked them out so that I can read a little bit of them to see if I'm interested in them. A couple of them I know I'm interested. Well, at least one of them I know I'm interested in. But I've been hearing some good things about them. Some of them are on awards lists. Some of them have won awards. Yeah, so let's just get into it. The Friend by Sigrid Nunez. And this is, I'm saying a lot today. It's not like I haven't been filming. I just haven't been filming book videos. And there it is again. This won the National Book Award last year. And I've heard really good things about it. Russell at Ink and Paper Blog really enjoyed it. And it is about a woman who loses her dog, and I think the grief involved in that, and how you move on from that. And I've lost a pet a few years ago, and so this might be a bit of a tearjerker. I don't know, but I did read the Kindle sample of it, and I was into it. So the library had the copy in, so I wanted to grab it. The Incendiaries by R.O. Kwan. Honestly, I grabbed this. I don't even know what it's about, but I was watching Barter Hordes released a video today that this Booktube Awards thing that's going on. It's going into its quarterfinals, and he was announcing the books that have made it into the quarterfinals. And I will just try to remember to link that video down below. And the Incendiaries was on there, and I was just looking up some of the books that were on there at the library, and this one was in. So that's real. How am I doing on time? I'll try to read the bit. Phoebe Lynn and Will Kendall meet their first month at an elite American university. Phoebe is a glamorous girl who doesn't tell anyone she blames herself for her mother's recent death. Will is a misfit scholarship boy transferring in from Bible college, waiting tables to get by. What he knows for sure is that he loves Phoebe. Haunted by her loss, Phoebe is increasingly drawn into a religious group, a secretive cult tied to North Korea. Okay, now I'm interested. Founded by a charismatic former student with an enigmatic past involving Phoebe's Korean-American family. Will struggles to confront the obsession consuming the one he loves, and the fundamentalism he's tried to escape. When the group bombs several buildings in the name of faith, killing 5 people, Phoebe disappears. Will devotes himself to finding her tilting into obsession himself, seeking answers to what happened to Phoebe and if she could have been responsible for this violent act. That, just reading that did not go where I thought it was going to go from the first paragraph. So, yeah, I'm definitely interested in that now. Bitter Orange by Claire Fuller. This is one I was hearing some about last year, and I think this also made the quarterfinals of the Booktube Awards. So this is short too. From the attic of Linton's, a dilapidated English country mansion, Frances Jellicoe sees them. Kara first, dark and beautiful, then Peter, striking and serious. The couple is spending the summer of 1969 in the rooms below hers while Frances researches the architecture in the surrounding gardens. But she's distracted. Beneath a floorboard in her bathroom, she finds a peephole that gives her access to her neighbors' private lives. To Frances's surprise, Kara and Peter are keen to get to know her. It is the first occasion she has had anybody to call a friend, and before long they are spending every day together, eating lavish dinners, drinking bottle after bottle of wine, and smoking cigarettes until the ash piles up on the crumbling furniture. Frances is dazzled. But as the hot summer rolls lazily on, it becomes clear that not everything is right between Kara and Peter. The stories that Kara tells don't quite add up, and as Frances becomes increasingly entangled in the lives of the glamorous hedonistic couple, the boundaries between truth and lies, right and wrong, begin to blur. Amid the decadence, a small crime brings on a bigger one, a crime so terrible that it'll brand their lives forever. Huh. Okay, all right, hole on the floor. You can see I'm getting a little bit of a Rear Window vibe. Not quite to that extent, but I'm already getting kind of a Hitchcockian vibe just from that. So, and I just directed a Hitchcock show, so that might be good. I've checked this out before, but I never got around to really checking it out. The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. This was shortlisted for, I think it was shortlisted for the National Book. Yeah, it was shortlisted for the National Book Award. Russell and Ingram Paper Blog raved about this book. I think it made the quarterfinals. I know it was on the list of books that were being judged. I think it just made the quarterfinals for the Booktube Awards that Barter Hordes is hosting. I don't remember. I just remembered it with seeing it on that made me remember that I wanted to see if the library had it again. This is The Pisces by Melissa Broder. This is nominated for, this is on the long list for the Women's Prize. Again, Russell Lincoln Paper Blog had a lot of good things to say about this. Lucy had a uproariously funny, gloriously strange, fiercely original tale of love, sex, and a merman. Lucy has been writing her dissertation on Sappho for 9 years when she and her boyfriend break up in a dramatic flameout. After she bottoms out in Phoenix, her sister in Los Angeles insists Lucy dog sit for the summer. Anika's home is a gorgeous glass cube on Venice Beach, but Lucy finds little relief from her anxiety, not in the Greek chorus of women in her love addiction group therapy group, not in her frequent Tinder excursions, not even in Dominic the Foxhound's easy affection. Everything changes when Lucy becomes entranced by an eerily attractive swimmer while sitting alone on the beach rocks one night. But when Lucy learns the truth about his identity, their relationship, and Lucy's understanding of what love should look like takes a very unexpected turn. A masterful blend of vivid realism and giddy fantasy, pairing hilarious frankness with pulse-racing eroticism, The Pisces is a story about falling in obsessive love with a merman, a figure of Serenic fantasy whose very existence pushes Lucy to question everything she thought she knew about love, lust, and the meaning and meaning in the one life we have. Like I said, I've heard some pretty good things about this book lately, especially since it's been on the nominated for the Women's Prize. This is Miriam Toe's All My Puny Sorrows. I just heard again Russell talking about this book in a recent video. And Elf and Yoli, two smart and loving sisters. Elfrida, a world-renowned pianist, glamorous, wealthy, happily married. She wants to die. Yolandi, divorced, broke, sleeping with the wrong men as she tries to find true love. She desperately wants to keep her sister alive. But Elf's latest suicide attempt is a shock. She's 3 weeks away from the opening of her highly anticipated international tour. Can she be nursed back to health in time? As the situation becomes ever more complicated, Yoli faces the most terrifying decision of her life. I get kind of there's a play that this makes me think of called Night Mother, the playwright's name is escaping me right now, but it is a play about a woman who wants to commit suicide, and she is setting her mother up to be okay after she does it. And she keeps telling her mother that this is what she's doing. Very powerful play. And just reading that, it made me think of it. So, yeah. This is a historical fiction book, Caleb's Crossing by Geraldine Brooks. I don't know, this is long, I'm not going to read this. I don't know a ton about this, but it does fit, and I forget which square it is. Let me see if I can pull up really quick. But Mel's Bookland Adventure is hosting a year-long readathon, a historical fiction bingo. And this fits one of the bingo squares on there, and I had filled in some of the bingo squares before the new year happened, because I thought it could be fun to try and at least complete a row. in it. The Square of America's Early Settlement is what I had written this in for, this is why I grabbed it from the library. I pulled my Google sheet up with the bingo categories and what I had chosen, what I had figured out for some of them, and this was the one the library had, so that's why I grabbed it. And this I'm a little have a little trepidation about. It is a highly anticipated fantasy release this year, but I've already heard some not great things about it. This is Ann Leckie's The Raven Tower. I want to check it out, but I know that Thomas at SFF 180 has already given a not quite favorable review of it. So I go in with a little bit of trepidation, but I do want to check it. I probably won't read the whole thing while I have it out from the library, but I'll probably check out enough to know if I'm interested in pursuing it further. That's really what I do for the most part with library books, is I try to just read a little bit to see if I'm even interested in them. But that's it. That's the library haul from today, as I'm getting my Mojo, my reading Mojo back. My library card had expired in January and I didn't even realize it. I popped online last night to check something. I knew I had an overdue fee. I knew it was small, but I just wanted to see what it was. And because I was thinking about going to the library, and I noticed that my card had expired in January. So I went to renew my card and pay. I was on my fine with only 70 cents, and pay my small little fine, and check out some books that might keep my mojo going here. So anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for this video. It's feeling kind of good to be getting back into the swing of books and talking about books to my phone, and to you guys. But at first, it's my phone. But anyway, yeah, I hope this video finds you well. I hope I haven't lost too many people as I've been on kind of a book hiatus. I'm over 1,000 subscribers now, so thank you to all my subscribers. But I know the FlossTube community, since I've started making videos for that, is what has really jacked my subscriber count up. So any people who came to me from FlossTube, thank you. I absolutely appreciate it. I know that's where the large subscriber jump has come from, because I haven't been making book videos. But I hope, like I said, I hope I haven't lost too many of my bookish people, because I'm coming back. I can feel it. So anyway. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. I can't believe this many people like to watch me talk about books and now cross stitch. It just blows my mind. A year and a half ago, I thought I'd be lucky to hit 50. You know, so I absolutely appreciate every single one of you. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I'm happy to have you. I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. To me, that's the best way to find out when I make new videos, is I show up in your subscription feed. I guess the best way is to hit the bell icon so you're notified when I make new videos, but I know I don't really do that with people. I just load up my subscription feed and see what's new for the day. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.